everyone. It is Thursday. How are you tonight? Welcome to Thursday. It is great to have you all here. I am excited to have you here. It is a wonderful evening. The sun was out. Hey, Kitty, happy Thursday to you. I hope it was a great day. I hope it was an amazing day. I hope all is well with you all. Yes, I do. I hope all is well. It is still More Money May. More Money May is what it is, folks. And I am grateful to have you all here. Hello, Adele and Dazzle. Dazzle, you know what? It's treat time. That's what I'm calling for. I hope I'm not so late that Dazzle's asleep already. I'm excited. It's it's one of like two topics tonight. Is that, Kitty? I'm gonna get right into it. I am late, and I know you guys have conflicting feelings on this whole CDC thing. So let's get right to it, because that is the topic of the night, and you're standing in the way. Rebecca wants to have dessert before midnight. All right. We start this program every night with a good half awake. Well, a treat will get her. My guess is, if I know Dazzle, if she can eat a treat still half asleep. I'm just saying, you put a treat down there, somehow it will disappear. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start the program every night. Good morning. You got a good head on your shoulders. As for your shoulders, effing magnificent. Go get them today. Boom. Boom. Go get them. All right, folks. All right. Let's get started here. Our quote from Simon tonight is, the value of experimentation is not in the trying. It's in the trying again after the experiment fails. The value of experimentation is not in the trying. It's in the trying again after the experiment fails. Hello, Kelly. How are you tonight? Great to have you here. All right. So there's excitement and fear with the CDC's announcement. So just for those of you who may be hearing it here first, the CDC has said updated mask wearing and social distancing guidance for fully vaccinated individuals. A fully vaccinated individual is one who has been vaccinated fully, okay, for the shot you're getting, Johnson & Johnson 1 shot, Moderna or Pfizer 2, plus 2 weeks. So that the full dose of the vaccine has been in you for 2 weeks is considered a full vaccination. So continuing to read from the CDC, if you are fully vaccinated, you can resume activities that you did prior to the pandemic. Fully vaccinated people can resume activities without wearing a mask or physically distancing, except where required by federal, state, local, tribal, or territorial laws, rules, and regulations, including local business and workplace guidance. Again, fully vaccinated people can resume activities without mask wearing or physically distancing, except where required by federal, state, local, tribal, or territorial laws, rules, and regulations, including local business and workplace guidance. So what the heck does that mean? I've got my cutie mask on. What do? I've got the cutie mask. Hey, Joanne is here. Jennifer's here. Great to have you all here tonight. You are still the governor. You are still the governor of your store in this. You are still the governor. I can't stress that enough. I am excited Okay, like Kitty mentioned at the top of the show. Hey, Julie Jankowicz, great to have you here. Like was mentioned earlier, I am excited about the prospect that the science, that the science is showing that vaccinated people are protected. Okay, that you have a cone of silence around you from the vaccine. That the vaccine is putting this cone around you and protecting you. Shields up. I am excited about that. Okay. But you still have a business to run. You still have a community to keep safe. And you have conflicting views on this across the spectrum. Okay. We have conflicting views within the people that tune in here every night. And that's okay. I respect all the views. But at the end of the day, in your store, you're the governor of your store. First and foremost, probably for many of you tomorrow, your governor's orders, where masks are still mandated in most states, takes effect. So the fact that the CDC says people don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated, okay, does not change your governor's order. It certainly does not change it in Massachusetts, where the governor's order is masks must be worn. Hey, Pat, great to have you here. But you have to start thinking about where this is going. Okay, where is this going? Okay, you are going to very rapidly, with this updated federal guidance, you are very rapidly going to be moving to people not wanting to wear masks. Okay, you're going to have an issue this weekend, by this weekend, if not sooner, with people saying, I don't have to wear a mask anymore. And so you have to prepare yourselves and your team for that. You have to prepare yourself and your team for that, because they're going to run into this situation. You are going to run into that situation this week. Without a doubt, this week, that is going to happen. So what do? Okay, what do? You own that you're the governor. You own that you're there to protect your community, your staff, your customers, your suppliers. And whatever you feel comfortable with is right. Reminding you that even since the beginning of this, I have stressed, ever since the beginning of this, I have stressed that the decision you make today, with the information you have today, may be different than the decision you make tomorrow. That's okay. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you changing your decision tomorrow. That you get new information and you make a different decision about mask wearing tomorrow. Okay, you will get to a point, and my personal guess is by around the 4th of July, okay, where masks, hey Rose, what happened in your situation? Hang on one second before I say what I was going to say. That's good, Rose. That comment is good. You had a non-mask wearer come in. You asked them to wear a mask. They said, "Oh, you're one of the few businesses that does." And you said to them, "Thank God we do. Isn't it nice to know that someone still cares about you?" They just smiled and put on their mask after your comment, which is great. But we're going to move pretty rapidly, to a non-mask wearing country, So right now, the wind is with you, in wearing a mask, and asking people to wear a mask. They may complain about it, they may begrudge it, but they will wear it right now in most parts of the country, most people, Most people still have it with them. Just like me, I got my cutie mask right here, And most people will still wear it. when asked to, and especially in states where the governor's order is still in effect. But you're going to move fairly rapidly in the next 60 days, I would say, to where mask wearing is going to be the minority, where you at your store asking them to wear a mask will put you in the minority. And at some point, you have to decide which way you're going to go with it, whether you're going to just say, I'm going to wear a mask, or I'm requiring my staff to wear a mask. Okay, you can require your staff to wear a mask. You can require that. Okay. And that maybe you won't you'll allow customers in. You'll say masks preferred, and you'll allow customers in, because ultimately you need them to do business with you. And you can't, when this tide turns in your area where more people are not wearing masks than wearing masks, you're all going to have decisions to make. And again, the decision you make today versus the decision you make tomorrow versus the decision you make a week from now, they can all be completely different. That's okay. I understand that. I agree with it. I am sending out a message to my team tonight that masks are still required in our stores. Okay, the governor says so. Okay, masks are still required to be in our stores. If you don't want to wear a mask, you have to leave. And that is our decision tonight. Okay, Saturday, my decision could be different. Next week, my decision could be different. And I don't know the answer. I don't know the long-term answer to that. The long-term, you can require unvaccinated. So Kitty's question is, if you have 4 or 5 employees fully vaccinated, can you require the unvaccinated employee to wear one? As long as you are consistently requiring all unvaccinated employees to wear one. As long as that is the policy, to have all unvaccinated employees wear a mask. Okay, you can require that they wear one. You have to be consistent, and you have to be consistent in your verification of getting vaccinated. Okay, I would be copying and putting in their employee file whatever verification they gave you, so that you're not just going on their say-so. Because you're going to find some people that are in between. You have people that are just automatically, we're going to get the vaccine. Okay, many of you are among them. Many of you watching tonight were among them. As soon as you could get in line, here's my arm, give me the shot. Okay, many of you were like that. Okay, then you have the people that are, I'm never getting a vaccine. I'm never getting a vaccine. I wouldn't trust it. I'm waiting to see how many fingers fall off of your hands and everything else. I'm not getting a vaccine. So you have those two groups very far apart. The people that were in line, waiting for the vaccine before it's released. Kind of like, think of old days on Black Friday where people would wait out all night. That's the people over here. The people over on this side saying, no, never getting it. Okay. There's some people that are between the people that got it and the others that are like, yeah, I'm waiting to see. Maybe I'll get one. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Okay. Some of those people will say they did get vaccinated when they didn't. And others of them will be pushed by this to get their vaccine. So, even the CDC director today said, if this pushes some people to get the vaccine, God bless, she basically said. So, you got to decide, you have to be consistent in your rollout of your rules, at least consistent for the time that you have that, okay? And keeping in mind, it is okay. You are the governor. You can change your mind tomorrow. I mean, The CDC director was on TV last night saying masks, masks, masks. Today she's saying no masks. It's okay. It's okay to have new information and that your mind changes or evolves. That is okay. It is 100% okay. So that is really the answer. You have to be comfortable with it. You will get to a point. You may get to a point where you're comfortable with people coming in your store without a mask, but you're not comfortable not wearing one. That's okay. You may get to a point where you're okay with customers coming in without one, but you're not okay with you or any of your staff not wearing one. That's okay. That's okay. Whatever you decide for your world for a given moment in time is okay. I can't stress that enough. You are going to come across a large variety of situations. You're going to come across all the exemptions. The biggest thing from a legal standpoint, I was on with hang on a second, I need a sip of water. I was on a call with a lawyer from the employment lawyer from the National Retail Federation. And the biggest thing that you can't do, so the biggest thing that you shouldn't do, is when you ask your staff about vaccinations, is when you get a no, you sort of have to leave it there. All the questions that come after somebody tells you, no, I'm not getting vaccinated, walk the line of getting you in trouble. Well, I have a religious exemption. What religion are you? I am the religion of vaccines are bad for the world. I am the religion of the hokey pokey. It doesn't matter. At some point, people are making personal safety decisions. Okay, they're making. Kelly, your question is good. When do we ignore that our staff members won't get vaccinated? The caring side of you, the way that, quite honestly, we all like to mother our staff to some extent. You're all trying to care, which is good. I love being in an industry with such caring owners of businesses. I love being in an industry that cares so much about their teams, their staff, their community, their customers. But the reality is we can't make all the decisions for them. Okay? And they're making what they feel is the right decision for themselves. You have to remember that even if we think that decision may be ill-informed, or undereducated or influenced improperly by social media, they are making a decision. They are ultimately an adult. You are allowed to ask whether they've been vaccinated, Rose, even a potential employee. You are allowed to ask that question. That is not a question that you can't ask. That is not a protected question. Oh, yeah, they do act like children sometimes. You got me there, Kitty. So yes, you can ask a employee that you're interviewing whether they have been vaccinated or vaccinated fully. You can ask that. It's after the no where you get in trouble on the vaccine question. Stop. Time out. When they say no, don't ask any more questions about it. Don't ask any more questions about it. Okay, when they say no, it is that is when it stops. Is the best legal recommendation I have for you. And it's kind of like when you terminate somebody. Think about it. Nothing you say after we're parting ways leads to any good discussion. Okay, if you're terminating somebody, getting into a long discussion of all the reasons and all the ways they did not perform does not lead to anything positive. Well, I'll do better. No, I wasn't doing that. It was Sally that was doing it. You know, nothing good comes of that. Nothing good comes of the discussion after they say, no, I have not been vaccinated. Nothing. To some, it's politics. To some, it's the internet. To some, the government's putting a tracker in you. To some, it is a level of bad medical care that they've always been a part of. It is all of that. Nothing good comes from going further. And from a legal perspective, that's where you get into trouble. It is very similar, Kelly, to last year, or even I would encourage now that you shouldn't be asking people what they're doing on their time off to any great extent. Okay, you don't want to know all that stuff. You don't want to be responsible for that. See, Joanne, that's where it, after the no, it is there is no good answer, especially now where vaccinations are readily available across the country. Vaccinations are more available than gasoline in some parts of the country. If they're not getting vaccinated, that is up to them. But you also have to keep in mind, you may have, so let me give you another situation. You decide that you're not going to require masks in your store anymore. Okay, but you have an employee who hasn't gotten vaccinated who wants to continue to wear a mask. Okay, then when you're requiring your employees to not wear masks anymore, okay, that's going to be a problem for you. And that situation will happen. Somebody will call me with that situation. I have Sally who didn't get vaccinated, and everybody thinks, and everybody is comfortable not wearing masks anymore. Nobody wears a mask anywhere I go. I'm asking all my employees to not wear masks. I was the last holdout. My store was the last holdout that I was making my employees wear masks. And starting Monday, we're not going to wear masks. Okay? But Sally, who didn't get vaccinated, still wants to wear a mask. That's going to be a problem for you. So these are the situations, these are some of the many situations you're all going to be coming into over the next few weeks. And there may be masks seasonally. I think it certainly shows, the good that it did. I mean, we have a friend who's got younger children, and their school, they're in cohorts. They've been in person the whole time this school year, and with the mask wearing, they didn't even have a case of strep throat in the school this year. Not one case. Kelly, that comes down to store uniform. Okay, that comes down to a store policy, and you as the governor, whether you're going to allow your employees to wear masks in the future seasonally. That is a decision for you and your store as the governor of your store, whether you're going to allow that seasonally or encourage it seasonally. You may encourage it during flu season, during a normal flu season, that everybody wear a mask. Okay, that all your staff wear masks. Okay, you may also require that they don't. Okay, that the law is on your side either way. The law is on your side that you make it optional, that you make it mandatory, or that you make it mandatory that they don't. Okay, the law is in your hands as the governor of your store. Okay, it may be in your store from November 1st till April 1st that everybody wears a mask during peak flu season. That may be a rule in your store. That may be the law of your store. That's okay under current laws. Under current employment law, that would be okay. It would also be okay if it were optional. It would also be okay if you required that there were no mask wearing in your store. It's complicated, people. It's complicated, but the part that isn't complicated, the ultimate part of this that's not complicated, okay? We're not going to have all the answers to it tonight, but the part that you have to remember that is not complicated is, who's the governor? You're the governor. Who's the governor? You. Y-O-U. Look at the big Y on the board, okay? You are the governor. You are the governor, okay? Oh, hang on. For those of you watching that way, hang on a second. There's your Y. Okay? You are the governor. What you decide, I just realized that the Y was in my YouTube video feed, but not directly in my Facebook feed. You are the governor, okay? So what you decide at any given point, as long as it complies with labor law, which all of the situations I gave you comply with today's labor laws, you will be fine. That is the key. Is never forget that you're the governor, or governess, the governess. I don't know. I'm picking words. Do not forget who's in charge. Who put her family's livelihood, her family's savings, her family's credit cards on the line to have a sign out there. That is you. That is you. And you are the governor. And you get to make that decision. You also get to change that decision. That is completely within, that is completely 100% within your right. Completely 100% within your right. Hang on one second, you folks. The lights are getting hot on me. So that is the big reminder, and it's a lesson I've reminded you of. Hang on a second, I'm getting too close to the camera here. I got to get some air going. And I can do that because I'm the governor of this room right now. Okay, that is the lesson here, is you are the governor, okay? And your decision of the moment is okay. And it's okay if after you've reflected for a period of time, 12 hours, 14 hours, 14 days, it doesn't matter, that you change your mind, that you change your decision and you go one way or the other. That's okay. I got your back. I'm walking hand in hand with you. Okay? That is okay, governor. That is okay. You are the governor of your store. You are the governor. And I encourage all of you to be okay with that. I encourage all of you to be comfortable with that. I'm incredibly comfortable with it. Okay? I know that decisions will change. I know over the coming weeks, the decisions we make today will not be the same as the decisions we make a month from now. I'm okay with that. I need you to be okay with it. And, no matter how committed you are to one decision today, it's okay that you decide to change at some later point. I'm there with you. I'm there with you. And people here, people in the same state, people are going to have different viewpoints and different decisions, and I respect them all. I respect them all. That's okay. We've got this. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this one day at a time, one step at a time. We're going to get through this. And I'm there with you on it. So we will step through that. On another note, I had this on my list to talk about last night, but I forgot about it. Who doesn't like some chips, and some fine chips at that? My friend Stacy's chips. I mean, some of us like some chip and dip. Oh, we're going to be talking about this. This This isn't a one and done, Rose. This is what you think about tonight, and we'll talk about it again tomorrow, and we'll talk about it the next day. It's okay. That's what we're here for. Our friends at Stacy's, you may have seen the post I did already. You may want some chips now. I remain optimistic, Kitty. I remain optimistic. We're not there yet. The other side is out there. It's out there. I was interviewed today, and the other side is out there. But we're not there yet. I hope so, but we're not there yet. Our friends at Stacy's have started the Rise Project. They are looking for businesses that are women-owned, okay, is one of the key entry points, that have at least 25,000 and no more than $1 million in annual sales, and are willing to participate in a virtual mentorship program to help you grow your business, and willing to take 10 grand from them. Okay, and this is a big deal. There's going to be 10 people chosen across the country for this, for the Rise Project. It's an easy application process. The application link is right in the NARTS private Facebook group. The application's right in the NARTS private Facebook group, so you can grab it and apply. Okay, you can't win if you don't apply, so please apply, people. The Stacy's Rise Project. It's a great opportunity, and I'd love to see one of you or more than one of you win that. That would be absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. You know what else is wonderful is this video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over to narts.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. Noon the next day, I tell you, everything goes over to narts.org/resalestrong, including this video and a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and yes, you can ring the bell so you know when a new video drops. You can also share narts.org/resalestrong with all your friends in business. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. We want to help everybody make it to the other side. I am here every night at more 8 than ish, live in the NARTS private Facebook group. That's where you find me. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. If you were not here at the top of the program tonight, we're on page 124. Good morning. You got a good head on your shoulders. As for shoulders, effing magnificent. Go get them today. Our good night tonight is good night. Rest your weary head and those incredible shoulders. You did good today. There's your graphics, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a chip-eating party. I don't know. We're going to party again. We're going to party in person, and when we do, I'm going to be there with you. Yes, I am. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you and you, but most importantly, you, yes, you're not alone running this store. It's time for dessert. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.